President Donald Trump's former personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, lied to Congress on central issues in the Russian investigation of blind loyalty to his longtime boss. But now the man who once said he would get a bullet for Trump's plans to correct the record before the House and Senate Intelligence Committees can give lawmakers more information than they have had in the past. The president's relations with Russia before and during the elections. Cohen's widely publicized public testimony before a separate panel, the House Supervisory Committee, was expected to be highly restricted to avoid interfering with the investigation of Robert Mueller, advisor to the special counsel, with which Cohen has cooperated for several months. Cohen postponed this hearing after the attacks of the president and the president's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, his wife and father-in-law. But Intelligence Committee hearings will be held behind closed doors, which will give Cohen the opportunity to have more freedom of exchange with members. Cohen is willing to answer questions about what he told Mueller and other issues related to ongoing investigation, according to two people familiar with his plans. They, like other people with whom I spoke, asked for anonymity to discuss private deliberations. However, his legal team is also in talks with Mueller's office to determine if there are any parameters to his testimony. The House Intelligence Committee is also in consultation with the special lawyer's office to determine any concerns they may have and come into conflict, a committee advisor said. The reason he agreed to testify privately to the Intelligence Committees is, first of all, because he owes them, said one of the people familiar with Cohen's plans. He pleaded guilty to lying to them and owes them an apology. Cohen admitted to the court last year that he lied to Congress when he told them that negotiations to build a Moscow Trump Tower ended in January 2016, and that he had not discussed this with Trump. In fact, Cohen testified, agreed to travel to Russia regarding the Moscow project and took steps to prepare the trip possible Trump thereafter it was awarded the Republican nomination. Cohen is more open to answering questions about these and other issues related to Russia than he would have been in a public environment, according to the source, provided make sure both committees protect their testimony and avoid leaks. The Senate panel, which quoted Cohen earlier this month, and his counterpart from the House of Representatives refused to see what questions they were trying to ask, but the central purpose of the interviews is for Cohen to correct the record of his previous false statements before the commissions on the timing of the Trump Tower negotiations in Moscow and, crucially, whether Trump or anyone in the White House ordered him to lie in the first place. BuzzFeed News reported earlier this month that Mueller had evidence that Trump asked Cohen to lie about the timing of the estate deal, which led to the attorney's office special. It is a rare claim that contradicts aspects of the story. Made it clear that if it were confirmed that the president tried to obstruct justice to hide his participation in trade negotiations with the Kremlin during the elections, while Russia undertook a campaign of piracy and misinformation to undermine Trump's opponent, the impeachment deputy Adam Schiff, chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, told MSNBC on Wednesday that the panel expects Cohen to talk about the real estate deal in Moscow, which is also a potential source of influence for Russia. During 2016 as Trump and his family, he kept the negotiations a secret from the voters. Cohen admitted late last year that he discussed the Moscow talks with Trump family members inside the Trump Organization. Donald Trump Jr., executive vice president of the Trump Organization, told the Senate Judiciary Committee that he was fully informed of the Moscow agreement in 2016. It is unclear what he told the House Intelligence Committee that he still did not publish transcripts of the interview behind closed doors. But Cohen's corrected testimony could clarify whether other witnesses were honest during the testimony before Congress about his role or knowledge of the Trump Tower Moscow negotiations in 2016 and Russia's interference in general. I believe that this common trait of lying to Congress, and in particular congressional committees, can pick up a number of other possible targets in the special lawyer's investigation, said Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal, a member of the Democratic Party Justice Committee Senate, and this can become a matter of criminal action. On Friday, Trump's aide Roger Stone was accused by Mueller of lying to the House of Representatives Intelligence Committee on WikiLeaks, prompting Schiff to reiterate that the Intelligence Committee's first business order is constituted, which has been postponed by the Republicans, will be a vote to send transcripts of official witnesses to Mueller. "We will continue to follow the facts wherever they are," he said.